waiting for, and we're at the Durban Park amidst the jubilation. On this episode of Government in Action, we bring you a recap of the Independence Day celebrations. The eve of Guyana's 50th independence saw over 30,000 Guyanese residents and visitors converging at the Durban Park to witness the hoisting of the golden arrowhead, bringing to a climax the independence activities that the entire country had been anticipating. President David Granger, First Lady Mrs. Sandra Granger, and other members of the First Family received a standing ovation from the crowd, along with loud cheers and the waving of flags upon their arrival. The First Family joined Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo and his wife, Mrs. Sita Nagamootoo, as well as several other diplomats to witness the event. Special invitees included government ministers, members of the diplomatic corps, and a number of overseas guests, including the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mr. Frundell Stewart, and the Commonwealth Secretary General, Baroness Patricia Scotland. The medley of national songs, dances, and fusion of drums showcased in all its glory Guyana's rich cultural mosaic. The pièce de résistance, though, was the hosting of the golden arrowhead. The 65 by 35 foot flag seemed to put on a show of her own as she slowly emerged and rose into view. As she unfurled, cheers were heard and later gasps when she seemed to descend ever slightly just after barely touching the pole's peak. There was a hush as the golden arrowhead finally revealed her full beauty. For those in attendance, witnessing the event was certainly a moment of deep expression of love of country. Bursting with pride, Guyanese were quick to express a sense of nationalism despite an imperfect program.
I feel emotional. I feel very, very good. I feel that 50 years has passed. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but I feel God has blessed us. Now we are 50 years. Our country exists. Our people are exuberant, they're very, very happy, and this idea of making this such a big occasion has brought a lot of patriotism to many people. I was alive in 1966 when the first flag was hoisted, and I'm happy and thankful to God that I'm alive today to see our country. Our country is very lucky. I have my little son who never witnessed it. I witnessed it, and he's very fortunate to have been here, and he is going to see it when it's 100 years, and he is going to tell his children, like I'm doing, that he was with his dad, and his dad was for the first one, he was at the 50th one, and he is at the 100th one, and this brings joy to us. Our tongue is getting clean, our country is getting wonderful, and a renewed joy and patriotism has come into our country with this idea to promote this as big as it is. I wish the government very much success, and I wish that the people of Guyana will realize national unity, which evaded us for 50 years. We have been in circles, and now we have national unity. The people are exuberant.
I think that the cultural aspect is really beautifully done. The singing, the steel band, the dancing, fabulous.
And what are your hopes for Guyana's future?
I am hoping that most of the kids develop a greater sense of self, politeness, awareness of their surroundings, just keeping, because Guyana used to be extremely clean. And in 2007, it had gotten very dirty. And I got not so nice reports. But happily, by the time I got here, they had done a lot of cleaning up. And I'm like, you know, going along Lamaha Street, and I'm saying, this is the city I knew.
I hope that we come together, just like when we won our independence. When we got our independence, we were together, and we drifted for the past 50 years. And I would hope that in the years to come, that we come together again and learn to live as one.
I haven't seen this in like over 10 years, and just like this country is going to be 50, it's 50 today. I'll be 50 in October, so it's great significance to me. I'm great with elated, delighted, and everything like that.
I love Guyana. This is my heartland. But this is really an achievement that I look forward to, because it's 50 years is 50 years. And I've come, and I'm pleased to see the tremendous effort that is made to put this together.
The cultural presentation saw the participation of almost 1,000 young people, among which included over 600 dancers who danced to a medley of national songs with the aid of a joint steel pan group, the National Choir, and an array of drums. Head of the National School of Dance, Miss Linda Griffith, said that working with such a large number of children involves detailed planning, coordination, and time.
The teachers or the instructors, they have to be au fait with what is going to happen, so they have to be taught first. And then you teach, they would go back and teach their different groups in their little pockets. And then at a certain time, let's say approximately a month before, this is the beginning of May, we start bringing the groups together, because you have the different sections. So when you bring them together and you choreograph and you do their designs on the space, because that space is huge, the largest we've ever worked on. So it took a little while for the children to get accustomed to that amount of space to work in. For some of them, for most of them, as a matter of fact, it was the first time they ever worked in such a large area. And then we have to pull the whole thing together, pull all the sections together. It's hard work, but I enjoy doing it.
She stated that despite some difficulties, the end result was a success. Additionally, she said that going forward, the National School of Dance is prepared to again undertake such a big task if need be. Another major attraction which gained much praise from the crowd was the military parade, comprised of 500 members of the Guyana Defence Force and the Joint Services Band. Adjutant General of the GDF, Colonel Nazrul Hussain, stated that prior to May 26, the ranks took to the Durban Park ground in large numbers for the Republic Day parade and the medal presentation ceremony, which served as worthwhile preparation for the grand event.
The event that took place at Durban Park on the evening of the 25th of May was a vision of our Commander-in-Chief. He's had discussions with us prior, since last year, and for me, Durban Park was created for this signature event on the 25th of May, our 50th anniversary flag raising parade. So with that vision in mind, the GDF went to task and started working to execute that mission.
And while effects such as the weather, lights, and crowd control posed challenges on the evening of the ceremony, the Colonel attested that overall the event was a success, and it was an honor to hear the cheers of the massive crowd during the parade.
This was an opportunity for lots of people to be on a ceremonial parade. In my tenure in the Army for the past 30 years, this would have been the largest ceremonial parades that we have ever executed. And because of the ground, the parade ground is very large and accommodating. So over the time we've been able to develop our drills and to make it better and better. Accomplishing this event on behalf of the GDF, it was a great level of satisfaction. The oohs and ahs that we got for the fireworks, the tears of joys that flowed when the flag was being hoisted. In Guyanese parlance, we said relay water. And the activity, the drills, the execution of the drills that make your skin grow, those were the real satisfaction that was visible and evident. And that's why we can keep doing this again and again to satisfy the Guyanese public.
Despite months of reported preparations for the evening's activity, some aspects of the evening fell short of public expectation, bringing under criticism the Department of Culture, Youth and Sport. Criticisms have been raised on the management of seating at the venue and the composition of the cultural program. However, the efforts of the department have been acknowledged, and though they fell short in some regard, the planning and management of such a large-scale event proved to be a learning experience for all future national activities. The following day, the Durban Park again came to life, this time to host the Independence Day Parade. In addition to the usual thousands accommodated there, many more Guyanese lined along the new route of the parade to witness as many as 39 floats tell the story of Guyana's independence. The new route entailed the revelers meeting at the Stabroek Market, travelling along Brick Dam and into Durban Park. The enthusiasm from the night before was still fresh in the hearts of Guyanese who came out to witness the parade.
There's no words that could explain being here for the 50th. It's like you got emotional to know where we came from in such a long time, and to come back home and to see the development. I was impressed with the park, more or less. And when I got off the plane, we came on the Eastern Airlines. We were welcomed. There were the media, and you had the fire engine that the plane went through. But when I got to Georgetown, I mean, it's like tears almost came from my eyes, you know, to see the place was so clean, and it's a future that I'm looking forward to. I would love to come back home.
I'm feeling proud being a Guyanese, you know, for leaving Guyana so long, coming back one or two times, but this time, you know, I see a lot of changes in Guyana, you know, with the new president, you know, we got a lot of hopes, right? And give me the courage to keep coming and invest.
You know, I was 23 years away from this country, so I'm very proud to be here celebrating the 50th Jubilee with my own country people. I'm very proud.
For the float parade, the costumes and floats showcased the wealth and potential of Guyana's minerals and honored the history that brought us to our 50th independence anniversary. Ms. Volderam Sami, a lecturer at the Burroughs School of Art, played a significant role in costume design for the Department of Culture, Youth and Sport and explained the theme behind the design of their band.
What our band actually portrayed was the Jubilee, the Golden Jubilee, where we had a lot of national colors, that is. We display a lot of national colors along with other colors, which the colors themselves serve as a, you know, it serves as a moment of celebration. We were celebrating with colors.
She noted that the new route proved easier to navigate and was less tedious for the revelers, stating that while at first many questioned the new route, most persons realized the benefit of the move. Ms. Ramsamy added that the floats and costumes of the other bands were also impressive, having observed the parade on Independence Day.
I think I was kind of satisfied with lots of the designs, because basically I know for a fact, as a person who have been with the Burroughs School of Art over 15, 16 years, that a lot of those designs are done by our graduates. They contribute a lot to the real designers out there. They are the ones who actually have a lot of input in those designs. So I feel good about it, because when you look around, we see it's artists all around. Burroughs School of Art, they're all products of this very school. So I feel good about that.
While the main national events celebrating our Golden Jubilee are now behind us, the spirit of nationalism endures. Community cleanup activities are still in full swing, buildings are still draped in flag decor, and people are still humming national songs as they go about their business. Additionally, the official calendar of events is far from over. Cultural, sport, and other youth-targeted activities are slated throughout the year and promise to keep the momentum that has been started by the activities that have so far kept Guyanese more than engaged. If you missed it this time around, hopefully you catch it in the next 50 years. This is Jasmine Payne. Thank you for joining us.